folks, and welcome back to the Grumpy Gamer channel. That's it, you guessed it. This is that channel where you get to see this old git talk about modern games. So for today's in-car comments, well, after the state of play last week, I did make a video the next day talking about it, but clearly I didn't put it up because I wanted to see the reaction. So I gave it a few days. I wanted to get the feeling of what everybody else thinks about it. So that's why I haven't posted that video up, and I decided to make the video today. And what can I say? Well, as suspected, literally people are going into meltdown because Astrobot, whatever it's going to be called, the new one, doesn't have VR capabilities. So it's not a hybrid game, it's just a flat screen game. And it's like, when I'm looking at what people are saying about it, like I say, loads of people are losing their mind over it. And I'm not so sure it's just about the game itself. And the reason for that is, I think it's not only that the game's not coming to VR, but that it's the message it sends to us, the gamers, people who have invested in the PSVR 2, and obviously people who are looking to invest in the PSVR 2. Sends completely the wrong message. I mean, I get why they've gone more flat screen. Apparently this is going to be the biggest Astrobot game so far. And it sucks for us because literally this was our mascot, really. You know, it came out pretty much as a tech demo, and yeah, they made it into a fully fledged game with rescue mission. But because it was VR, and like I say, it was like the PSVR's mascot. And of course, that's literally been taken away from us now. It's now going to be just a PlayStation little mascot and mainly flat screen games. And like I say, I think it's not the game itself that the majority of people are bothered about so much. Like I say, I think it's the message that it's sending, which, like I said last week, is completely the wrong message that Sony wants to be sending, to be honest with you. I mean, why on earth they decided to not even make it a hybrid game? You know, that would have just made a lot of sense. You keep your VR players who are loyal to you and loyal to the systems happy, because it shows that you're supporting it. It shows that you're supporting the PSVR 2. But with it not coming, it does look like Sony doesn't care. Although on the other side, Sony will know that we're right behind it. We're going to be in the VR space going forwards. That's it. Well, I think you need to be showing the gamers that's your intentions. Because honestly, Sony, the last couple of years really are just going back to their old ways of not really being consumer friendly very much, as far as I can see. It's like, oh, for the players. Sounds more like stuff the players. That's what it sounds like more to me. You know, yes, I was disappointed that Astrobot isn't coming to VR, but I'm not losing sleep over it at the end of the day. I'm more annoyed, like a lot of people, of the message that it portrays. That's what I'm more annoyed about. And of course, yeah, it's going round and round again on social media. People saying, that's it, PSVR 2's dead. I hear people still throwing out that, well, they've stopped production of it. They're just selling off the surplus stock. Yeah, I don't think so. They've paused production. If you remember, we spoke about this at the time. They paused production. Doesn't mean they're stopping it. But of course, all the haters are coming out now. Everybody who wants to trash on it, since they have in the beginning. And that's the bit I don't understand. Excuse me. That's the bit I don't understand, is there are so many haters for the PSVR 2. Literally from when it launched, people hated on it. And yeah, I just don't get it. Maybe it's MetaQuest people who just don't want Sony to have a better headset, you know, with all the tech that's inside it. I don't know, but there's been hatred for it from day one. So of course, all these people are jumping on the bandwagon, gleefully saying, that's it, PSVR 2 is dead. Yeah, which is a shame. I would have loved Sony to come out and shut the haters up and show that they're actually supporting it, rather than literally radio silence for us. I mean, first party games, pretty non-existent. What do we had first party? Only a couple. and that's it. However, for me, I don't mind that, to be honest. I'm not worried about first party games now. I'm really not. You know, think of all the good indie games we've got on the PSVR 2. Some absolutely cracking games there are. And it's actually sort of made me, in the last couple of years, 3 years or so, flip round from AAA gaming. I mean, as we know, the state of AAA gaming at the moment is literally imploding. Years ago, when I had my Xbox 360, they used to have something on Xbox called Xbox Arcade, which was all the little indie games. And I couldn't stand them. I didn't like indie games. I wanted AAA. And I have to say now, I'm completely the other way around, especially within VR. There's some, like I say, some fantastic indie developed VR games. I mean, yeah. So I'm looking more forward to indie games now than I am AAA. AAA is like, oh yeah, okay. It just seems to be shovelware, a lot of AAA games now, really does. So yeah, I have literally flipped round and I enjoy all the games that are coming out from indie developers, and fair play to them. They're supporting the PSVR 2 far more than Sony is. Far more than Sony is. But that's the way of the world at the moment. Like I say, the AAA gaming space is just collapsing. And I think the only way they can get out of it, and I have spoken about this before, is AI being introduced and used to full effect in the world of gaming. Said it before, I think, you know, with developments being so long in the AAA gaming world, that the way they're going to be able to effectively cut that down is by using AI. You know, think about it. Instead of them having to physically generate these worlds themselves, they can just get AI to generate the world, whatever it is, whatever parts of the game they want. So it's going to shorten production time massively. That's what I see going forward. And that's the thing I think that will save the AAA gaming space. You know, with games, as I've spoken before, ridiculous budgets, absolutely ridiculous budgets. And if the game doesn't work, that's it. It just collapses the studio because they can't recoup that money. So, yeah, but that's another subject for another day. Like I said, I just wanted to talk about the state of play. It really was pretty much a state. Yes, they showed Aliens. They showed, what else did they? Behemoth. Those two look fantastic. And I'm way more excited for both of them than I ever would be for an Astrobot game. Plain and simple. Yes, Astrobot was great fun, but no, give me Behemoth, give me Aliens 100,000,000%. Now, if they said Aliens had been cancelled or something like that, I'd be far more gutted. You know, those are definitely more my type of games. Don't worry about Astrobot. I certainly am not worrying about Astrobot. That's just the way it is. Anyway, folks, I'm rambling now. So I hope you played some fantastic games over the weekend. I myself, I was playing, I didn't really play anything else other than Legendary Tales, which I'm feeling a bit sore now. I've been playing it every day since I got it, and it certainly gives me a good workout. Fantastic game. If you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend it. Definitely. Anyway, folks, that's it from me. So until next time, I will see you guys on the other side. Adios.